Okay, so what I was just kind of hanging out before a sauna session here, and I've been having shoulder issues for like a long time. Anyways, and I've done a lot of stretches. I did a little bit of looking online, Bob and Brad. I was doing some of their videos anyways on shoulder related issues, but I had this like clothing pole thing, and I had previously used it for like the shoulder stuff like this, and you know, I'm able to do that. It doesn't hurt, but I can feel it in my shoulder. So anyways, yeah, so then I was kind of just standing here and I was like, oh man, it's been a long day. And I was like, that's actually a pretty good stretch, you know? So then I just kind of was like, oh wow. I just started rolling with it. And this might be nothing new, but for me, it was. And it was like, oh my goodness. So then I kind of just started messing around, and I was like, well, what if I just, you know, did this? And I was like, oh, that kind of stretches it in a different way, you know, depending on how you're standing. You can kind of like position your feet a little differently. Obviously, I don't have the camera framed properly for that. But yeah, so then there were like a couple other moves that I was, and it was kind of funny because I was like, it's like pole yoga almost, which I don't know, this may already be a thing, but for me anyways, I was just like, oh wow. And not that I was wrenching on myself or anything, but you know, just kind of, oh yeah, you can't see. Anyways, I've got it like positioned between my legs, and I just, I was just kind of stretching a little bit. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Because I've just, I don't know, I don't move that arm. I haven't been moving that arm in good positions. Okay, so yeah, then I keep on needing to remember. I'm like, oh yeah, what was I doing? I was like, oh yeah, okay, so I think it was like this. Oh yeah, so this arm on the top, and just it's wrapped behind the leg there, so you can just kind of sitting on it. I'm almost like sitting on it. And then pulling the shoulder back. Woo! It may look like I'm really wrenching on myself. I'm not. I just over exaggerate almost everything all the time. like how funny that was. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't even really know. I mean, I know I had some other ones. It was like, I don't have the camera framed very well, but it was, you know, I just kind of was like putting it on one side of myself and wrenching on it. Oh. All right, so anyways, this is kind of a ridiculous video, but I was doing it, and I was like, you know what, by golly, I'm going to make a video and just put it out there. But I'm going to sauna. So that is my first interaction with pole yoga, man. I'm going to call it pole yoga. So I'm going to go ahead and try to think about some other positions, basically, you know, and then what is, you know, so this, if we're doing that, yeah, from the side, it's gonna see. So it's like you're basically getting some lat function for sure, lat activation, little bicep, definitely your grip, you know, because you're gripping on it, and then there's just this whole slew of other for me, it really just, I feel, it just stretches my back out. Oh, and it just feels really good. And then, you know, you can just do like, oh, I think that's kind of what I was doing initially, was showing that one. Oh, that's actually super difficult to stick my arms out all the way for that one. So I'm really going to have to continue working on my shoulder because it's affecting my life. So that is actually the main driving factor in like what this is all about, is just for me right now, just that feels good, you know, feels like it's a stretch, you know, and so it was just kind of a convenient way to, and fun, because you can be like, draw, you know, yeah, draw. Anyways, so I better get in the sauna. It's not gonna sauna itself. Wait, it literally is right now without me. Dang it, I gotta get in there.